In your life, you have must notice some people have an effortless ability to control, motivate, and impact others. Everyone likes them and wants to be around them. Their presence is distinctive, and when they enter a room, everyone notices. How do they possess such immediate attention and attract everyone they meet? This is what is called charisma. Developing charisma is essential if you want to motivate and influence others. It's a necessary life skill. People frequently ask, what is the most essential qualification or ability in a successful man's life? What is the one skill a person must master to succeed to the maximum? The answer is easy to understand. Out of all the skills of influence and persuasion, charisma is the most important one to master. Your charisma affects every aspect of your life. Your career, your relationships, your ability to influence, and your income are all related to your ability to show charisma. Two men with the same education, relationships, intelligence, and experience can have completely varied outcomes in their life. One is a huge success, while the other is just normal. Some call this just good fortune, but in fact the reason is commonly charisma. Imagine your success in life when you can effortlessly convince others to do what you want them to do. They consider you as a role model, they admire your character and consider whatever you are saying to be the right opinion. That's the meaning of charisma. It's simply that you're a source of empowerment, encouragement, and inspiration. Now the important question is if you possess charisma naturally or is it something you learn? Certain qualities are inherent, some can be learned, and some are acquired. Fortunately, charisma is a quality that can be learned and developed, although it requires some effort on your part. Welcome to Colorful Show. Today we will talk about the Laws of Charisma book for Kurt Mortensen. Chapter 1. Confidence. Confidence is a quality that boosts your charisma. People are attracted to, and influenced by others who behave in a confident and comfortable manner. Confidence makes you seem to know what you are doing even if you are not. People can sense your confidence through your tone of voice, body language, and other subconscious indicators. True confidence is a mental state. Personal confidence can be cracked and rebuilt at various points in one's life and career. Charismatic people can maintain their confidence even in the face of defeats, setbacks, or unexpected outcomes. We all have moments when we feel inadequate or inferior. When you lose faith in yourself or have failed in your life, you lose confidence because you are afraid. Fear generates doubt, and doubt decreases confidence. You must ensure that your confidence outweighs your doubts. The desire to defeat your fear must be greater than the fear itself. While it is normal to be afraid, you must be able to deal with and manage that fear. Remember that others will doubt you and your charisma if you doubt yourself and your abilities. Confidence enemies can be summarized in 3 sentences. Negative thoughts about yourself. Hesitation about what you need exactly from life. Worrying about what's going to happen. Don't worry, even when you have confidence, you can still sometimes feel fear, tension, or anxiety. These are natural human feelings if they are released in their right place. We can't omit them, but we can prevent them from controlling us. Don't panic if you don't feel confident at every encounter. Confidence will come with time. Complete confidence takes experience, practice, and patience. Be careful not to turn into arrogant, selfish character while trying to raise your confidence. How can you tell what's different between confidence and arrogance? True confidence comes from knowing that you have the tools, resources, and ability to do the job that's expected from you. You aren't affected by the opinions and people who underestimate your value. Arrogance on the opposite side is treating people as if you are superior to them. You think that you are smarter than anyone even if that's not true. Chapter 2. Purpose. Having a purpose in life is an important factor for happiness. Without it, you'll live your life less focused and restless. Furthermore, you'll often feel stressed because you won't feel satisfied with the things you do. Having a clear purpose gives you a sense of direction and meaning. It means knowing what you want to achieve and why it matters. You'll discover that waking early is something you're looking forward to, rather than something to fear. Numerous studies have demonstrated the significance of having a purpose in life and proved that people who have a clear sense of purpose are more likely to age well and are more likely to impact others. You radiate charisma when you have a purpose. It's really hard to lead and influence others when you don't know where you're going. Each of us possesses the capacity to create the life we want. We all have unfinished projects, brilliant ideas, amazing innovations, issues to support, and unwritten books inside of us. However, the majority of people have trouble identifying their purpose. Make sure you dream big and choose a goal that will push you as well as delight you. We all have strengths and skills that we've developed over our lifetimes. Try to consider those skills when you choose your purpose. If you haven't yet discovered your purpose in life, then you will not find it by trying the same things repeatedly. You definitely won't find it by simply waiting for it to fall on your lap. You find it by actively trying new things and taking action. Some people may discourage you from achieving your purpose by criticizing your ambitions and ideas. They will tell you that it is impractical, improbable, or dangerous. Telling others about your purpose and goals can be discouraging. Those with power, success, and charisma often hear negative feedback about their ideas. Discovering a purpose is a unique experience that will turn your life upside down and boost your creativity and energy. Chapter 3. Optimism. Real optimism is a mindset that determines how you look at the world. Being optimistic is expecting that everything will work out in the end. It is having a strong belief that you will eventually complete all your tasks if you do them with happiness and joy. Optimists tend to see mostly the positive in all situations, rather than focusing on the negative. They always look for ways to move forward. They see the world as a series of exciting challenges that they can face with their positive spirit. When failure happens, they have something to learn in their lives or something they need to review. A pessimist, on the other hand, calls failure a non-fixable weakness and always blames someone else. Optimism tells you that your problems are only temporary and makes them look smaller, and pessimism tells you they are permanent and there's no way out. For example, if it rained during your vacation, some people will be sad and consider their vacation ruined and go home. Others will enjoy the weather and consider it a funny experience. Many successful and charismatic characters attribute their success to their optimism and positive attitude more than any other factor. You must have an optimistic attitude to gain the ability to inspire others. Optimism is contagious. When you are optimistic, you help others see failure or setbacks as temporary. You become charismatic when you can transform the negativity of others into something positive. You must learn to look at your daily events from a fresh, colorful perspective. You must move away from drowning yourself in expecting the worst. Chapter 4. Energy that comes from a balanced life. It's the energy that you can feel and see from charismatic people. This energy also gets transferred to their surroundings. Too many people give off such a weak vibe that it can work against them when they try to influence someone. When you sit next to a lazy, careless person, even though you don't speak with him, you can sense him draining your vital force. The good vibes always come from successful people who have balanced, healthy life. You must find the motivation and the patience to develop your own tailored, balanced life schedule. You must take into consideration your sleep, nutrition, exercise, and weight. Making time for these things is challenging, and I understand that you're busy, but it's essential to your success and your capacity to radiate confidence and charisma. Every aspect in your life will help or hurt your charisma. Your objective is to cover all aspects to create and transfer high influential energy. When you don't feel right, you don't seem right to other people. People evaluate you based on both your appearance and your mentality. An imbalance may deplete your energy and kill your motivation. Even if there is only one area of your life that is out of control, it can still directly affect other areas. Your car is a good example. Your ability to drive will be impacted if the brakes aren't functioning. These are the 6 aspects that you need to work on to reach balanced life. Number 1. Financial. You can't satisfy your basic needs if you are unable to meet your financial responsibilities. You will experience imbalance if you ignore your finances. Number 2. Physical. You cannot even start to consider upgrading the other areas of your life if you do not feel well. Do you notice how important exercise, sleep, and diet are? If you don't, your diminished state of health and vitality will make it harder for you to maintain charisma. Number 3. Emotional. Humans are by nature emotional creatures. You can't let negative feelings control your life, such as hatred, despair, bitterness, and anger. You cannot control your behavior if you cannot control your emotions. A balanced and happy personal life is based upon possessing emotional mastery. Number 4. Intellectual. Developing your way of thinking keeps you progressing towards your objectives. When you are always learning new things, you will get better at evaluating and solving your daily problems. Number 5. Spiritual. You need to be aware of who you are, what your purpose is, and your principles in life. Everybody has a spiritual side to them as we are all spiritual beings. Serving others, engaging in volunteer works, going back to nature, or even practicing meditation are some of the ways that we each need to break the high practical rhythm of our life. You must make the time to connect with your inner soul and pay attention to your inner voice. Number 6. Social. Humans are social beings as well. Our relationships with one another are the primary source of most of our happiness and sadness. Relationships are therefore essential to your satisfaction and equilibrium. A fulfilled life requires successful and constructive relationships. Chapter 5. Happiness and humor. If you want charisma, you must learn to be happy and comfortable with your environment most of the time. People are drawn to you when they feel the happiness you show because so many of them are searching for it. We believe that we will be happy when we can make a lot of money and have a stable life. However, lasting happiness originates from the present, not the future. You must learn to enjoy your current life and your available resources, even if it's not perfect. Live each day as if it's a temporary journey that will end after a while. Your mood is simply formed by your way of thinking, handling stress, dealing with challenges, and managing your life. Having a purpose in your life that you are working to achieve always makes you feel happy and in a good mood. Charismatic people often use humor and jokes to connect easily with others and open them up. Humor always eliminates tension between people and breaks the ice quickly. If you feel that you are a conservative person who isn't into telling jokes, that's completely okay. Also, quiet people have their own type of charisma. Chapter 6. Self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to behave in a particular way without needing anyone else to tell you what to do. Although sometimes we feel tense and unprepared to lead our life independently, self-discipline is an essential trait that we need to develop to be charismatic and influential. A lack of self-discipline will gradually diminish your ability to influence others. Think of it, no one will be inspired by a man who can't manage his own life. Chapter 7. Verbal presentation. It's the last and most important point. We judge others by listening to their voice. To achieve charisma, avoid sounding hesitant, insecure, arrogant, or demanding. Your voice should convey confidence, strength, and conviction. Charismatic voices have a relaxing volume, a variety of emphases, clear articulation, and a pleasant tone. Your voice will either connect you with your audience or disconnect with them on a subconscious level. Using appropriate language and tone will promote strong connections and increase your influence. To build charisma and influence, ensure your voice is enjoyable and easy to listen to. To create an effective verbal presentation, you need to understand the following critical aspects of verbal packaging. Number 1, word choice. The words you use influence your charisma. Words shape people's thoughts, feelings, and attitudes towards individuals or subjects. Mastering language skills leads to increased credibility and influence. Failure to do so may make you appear weak and ineffective. Proper language varies depending on setting, individual, and occasion. One size doesn't fit everyone. Effective word choice can help calm emotions, gain acceptance, and enhance your charisma. Number 2, rate of speech. The rate of speech is how quickly you speak. Faster speeches are more influential and charismatic than slow ones, as they convey competence and expertise more effectively. When your overall rate is fast, individuals pay closer attention and have less time to think about other things. Obviously, sometimes you must vary your speech rate. If your rate is always quick with no variance, people would become tense and tune out. Slow down your speech when you have something significant or serious to say or want to appear thoughtful. Increase your rate when you want to create excitement and energy. Number 3. Vocal fillers. You may already be using vocal fillers without realizing it. Many people believe they do not have a problem with vocal fillers, however, this is incorrect. You are familiar with phrases like or you know. Using fillers in your presentation could decrease your professionalism, upset your audience, and make them uncomfortable. A few fillers here and there are not that big deal, but most people tend to overuse them. Work to eliminate vocal fillers from your presentations. Number 4. Pitch and volume. Pitch is the level of your voice frequency. When you have a high pitch, you are judged as nervous, excited, or vulnerable. A low pitch tends to show more strength, confidence, and assurance. Volume of your voice can be one of 3 things: too soft, too loud, or just right. Ask a friend to rate your volume to make sure that you are talking with the right volume. Number 5. Articulation. When you are talking to someone or delivering a speech, clearly articulate every phrase and word. Good articulation conveys competence and credibility. Number 6. Silence. A well-placed pause can grab attention at any time and with any audience. They can sense something important is about to happen. Pauses let the audience mentally prepare for what you are about to say and allow you to emphasize your point. Use intentional pauses for the topics you consider the most important. Wish that you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a nice day.